She's the heart of her village, admired by all, but in the city, she's fading into the shadows. This isn't just a tale, it's a warning, a journey into darkness, a desperate cry for help, and a flicker of hope that refuses to die. Her name is Adanma, daughter of a poor widow. In a family of 5, she's the first child and has to bear parts of the burden of providing for the family ever since the death of her father. She lost her father at a young age and has been struggling in trying to assist her poor mum with getting money for schooling and food for both herself and her siblings. Adanma had always been a lovely child and the pride of her father when he was alive. The villagers all loved her because of how she cared for the old and assist whenever she had the opportunity to. Although her mum didn't have enough to feed her family, Adanma still managed to help the orphans and widows in her community. She goes to the farm for the old, help them to plant, weed, and also harvest crops. Everyone loved Adanma and blesses her for being such a loving and well-mannered child. She assists her mother in going to the neighboring village where she gets palm oil and sells at the village market. She rolls with the sun, cooked with firewood, go to the stream to fetch water, play with her friends at the village square, study at night with lantern light, and was always grateful to God for the life she got, even as she had a burning desire in her heart to one day become a very successful woman that will be so successful that she will help not just her family alone but the entire village. Her mother used to say,
Adanma, I know say one day you go make us proud.
and Adanma believed her. But belief doesn't fill a hungry stomach, and dreams don't pay hospital bills. Adanma's mom got sick, and the little money they had was spent on drugs, but yet she was not recovering. And Adanma decided to take the bold step of going to the city of Lagos with hope of finding a better life. She has no one in the city, and her mother didn't approve she go alone, but she was determined to go and couldn't bear to watch her mom die and her siblings suffer hunger.
I will go, Mama. Don't worry about me. I will be fine.
Okay, my daughter. The Lord go before you, watch over you and keep you safe and grant your heart's desires. Please, my daughter, don't forget who you are. I will be praying for you always.
She kissed her crying mother, hugged her siblings one last time, and boarded a rusty old bus bound for the city. A heart full of hope, a mind filled with thoughts, tears rolling down her cheek, and a promise in her mouth. I'll come back, Mama, with something better. But the city doesn't welcome you with open arms. It opens its mouth, ready to chew and spit you out. Every office she walked into, every man that smiled too long staring at her, they all wanted the same thing. But she said no, every single time.
I will help you, beautiful girl. But first, you need to make me happy.
Even when her stomach growled, even when her mother's voice cracked with sickness over the phone, she still say no. Then came Getchi, hair like flame, clothes that glitter, and a subtle voice like that of the snake. She laughed at Adanma's hunger.
You the form saint for Lagos. You never see suffer. Madam, come make I carry you enter game. Make you see the way money go, they rush you in one night.
Adanma said no again, but hunger can speak louder than whispers of conscience. The first time, she cried in the shower. The second time, she drank to forget. By the 5th time, she felt nothing. The girl who once sang in the choir was now dancing for strangers, trading her soul for money and commanding her stones into bread. She kept going, lost in her newfound ways, possessed by money and flashy lifestyle. The good girl Adama is now into runs. Day after day, nights after nights, She kept going. The money was coming in, and she could finally send home to her family. She kept sending money home, but the condition of her mother didn't change, and her family eat today only to be hungry the very next day. She got into drugs because she wanted to be happy and felt empty inside. The money didn't bring happiness, and the flash and luxurious lifestyle meant nothing. She had a fake smile, turned up for parties, and got into love relationships, but it was never enough. After every ecstasy, after every high, she always felt a void in the deepest parts of her soul. One night, she looked in the mirror, mascara running, painted face and lips, elegant clothes, money on the bed, but she didn't look like herself. That was the night her heart broke open, and she wept. She wept so hard, and no one was able to comfort her.
God, do you still see me? Or did I go too far?
She walked into a church the next morning, eyes red, voice gone, and sat in the very back, silent, still, waiting for judgment. But judgment never came, only an old woman with kind eyes and open arms. She helped the Dhamma stand again, taught her to sew, to smile, to pray again. She finally had peace and joy. She finally felt alive again. She finally felt free again. Happy to start afresh, but this time not from scratch, but from experience, from scars that prove a warrior, and knowing that her Father in heaven loved her so much to give her a second chance and grace to stay free from drugs and the highs of the city. Adanma got focused with her newfound skill as a fashion designer and was resilient to work hard with her hands. She started growing, and in a few years she got her own little clothing line and few workers to help manage her brand. And years later, Adanma returned, not with gold, but with grace. Her mother's eyes filled with tears. Her siblings ran into her arms. She opened a large tailoring shop in the village market, where she empowers young girls and boys, including her sibling. She expanded her trade to the neighboring villages and cities and became one of the fastest growing clothing brands in the state. She became a voice of hope to the less privileged girls and empowered secondary school girls in various trades and vocations. She became the owner of a multinational NGO, sharing the pains of her past life and wrong choices with the youths and teaching ladies that there is always the right path. You just have to trust God to guide you through on your way. During her course of work in the field, she met a well-respected man who owned a multi-million-dollar company across Africa. He supported her dreams of reaching more less privileged people, and they eventually got married. She was the good girl who became a bad girl, but found her way home. Not every lost girl stays lost. Not every shame ends in darkness. Some find mercy. Some find God. Dear listeners, no matter how far you've gone, there's always a way back. No road is too dark for God's light. No heart too far to be found. This is Whispers of Drum.
Keep your ears opened, because the drum still whispers.